Okay. Oh, sorry, I was reading the comment, and JB, she remembers the show originally airing. So I have my phone charging at the same time, so sorry if the angle's not great on this. Yeah, so the Jenny Jones show, anybody that remembered how it was like talk shows were like the end thing. You know how like it seems like court shows are on afternoon television everywhere, stuff, nonsense, just mind-numbing television. So it's like a big thing to get on a talk show back in the 90s. Actually knew quite a few people that were on them. So, yeah, let's see if we can get it. Yeah, I don't know how to do this live stuff. We're gonna learn. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Does anybody know? Let's see. There we go. Okay, now I get the messages up. So, hi Chase. The thing people ask the most is if I keep in contact with the girls. I'm gonna do my makeup while we do this. If I keep in contact with any of the people from the show, and actually, I did for a while. Sherilyn and I stayed pen pals for a few years, but we were young and we just lost touch. Through the video, people commenting and saying, you know, like, I don't know, they did their own investigating and they actually tracked down Sherilyn and we've chatted a bit. She's still the same bubbly person and she's a teacher and she's pretty rad. Dorothy, the one girl on there, towards the middle to end, actually the end. She's doing well. She's just as sweet as she was when she was a little kid. And, you know, I wonder about other people. I was on like a few episodes. They kept calling to have me back. And my dad went on another one with me. And we made over my dad, and it was pretty funny. Still trying to get a copy of that from my friend who was on that one with me. And we found each other through Facebook. So that's pretty cool. Usually social media is kind of annoying. I try to attack it and navigate it, but I'm not that great at it. But every once in a while, something really cool happens, and so I was able to reconnect with him. So maybe someday I can get him to get that copy. He's on the East Coast, I'm on the West Coast. Anyways, and then I was on another one. It was like an anniversary show. I never even saw it. I was actually driving across the country when it happened. So, and let's see, what else? Oh, my dad, he didn't dislike, what I wore. He disliked how people responded to me. But, he was very supportive. The most supportive parent anybody could ever hope or imagine to have. And, he was super cool. And he actually was really worried about hurting my feelings. He's like, you know, I gotta act like, you know, I don't like the way you dress, and like I'm totally against it. He's like, I don't want you to get your feelings hurt. And I really wanted to go to Chicago. I thought I was gonna get to skateboard. I didn't realize they had spikes on everything, and snow was everywhere. I was not used to that. But nonetheless, we went because I wanted to, and we thought it'd be fun, and it was. And which is why we went and did it again. And when they had me back for the third show, I think it was the third show, it was for the top 10 most requested guests and like an anniversary. I want to say like 1,000 episodes, 10,000, I don't know. But a bunch of dedications from stars were on it. Curious to see how that one went. Yeah, that was an interesting, very interesting trip to Chicago the last time. But let's see. Any advice for a person trying to start a band or play guitar? Okay, well, it's kind of funny. My whole YouTube channel started for me to get over being perfect. I'm not a very good guitarist. I don't strive to be. Just don't have that desire. With time and dedication, I'm improving. But you really have to decide whether you want to do it or not. And then, like for me, getting hung up on particulars and details. So I started this channel just to get my music out there. And it was also a really good reference point to like kind of cut through a lot of chit chat with other musicians to see if they even like your style or feel it at all, get that vibe. So, one, have a link. If you're trying to get a band going, have something. You're selling yourself to other people. You want them to hang out with you and make music, right? Let's be simple about it. So therefore you gotta like, just like when you're a kid, you're like, hey, I got He-Man or Legos or whatever. You have to entice them. So show them what you got. Be courageous and fearless. You never know what you think is a flaw in your style or technique or ability. Could be exactly the thing that draws people to you. So don't freak out on the details. I uploaded all these videos within an hour or so of making them just to get them out. Wouldn't forget it. Also to get over that like perfection thing. So you're your own worst critic. So be encouraging and listen to the advice of other musicians. You don't have to listen to them all, but listen to you don't have to act upon it all, but just at least listen to them. And you get different points of view, and you'll pick up little tits and tats and this and that. And don't limit yourself to one genre. So like, if it's, say you're into folky stuff and somebody wants to start something more country or, rock, don't be scared just because you've never done it before. That's how you figure out what you like. Trying new stuff. And either doing really well or not so well or having a lot of fun or not a lot of fun. So, just keep at it. But make sure you have something tangible for people to listen to. That way, if your goal is to like play shows and, continue on with this one project or even, get different projects over the years, you really do have to have something for other people to go and listen to, and it doesn't matter like if it's perfect. It's just the energy and performance of it all. What's a few? I'm trying to read here. Any secrets about the show that wasn't supposed to be mentioned? Well, they like encourage you to be dramatic. They're like, we're not, but if it's something, you're concerned about, we encourage you to get excited about it. So they just want ratings. Let's see. What's a few things you look back on in your life since the show? Wow. That's a really broad. That covers like 20 something years. There's everything I look back. My kids, places I've lived, things I've done. Really rad stuff that's happened to me that like. If somebody told me all the stuff that's happened to me, I wouldn't believe them because there's no way somebody could have that many cool, rad, picture perfect, should have came out of a scene of a movie scenarios. So that kind of stuff. I get really lucky since I was a kid, going to concerts and just getting to have all access and whatnot. It just always seems to work out that way. It's pretty rad, which to me was like the universe encouraging me to go for music. Be fearless. As scary as it is. That's part of the reason why I have no makeup on right now. Everybody has a bare face. Some people put makeup on it. Some people don't. I do, but I'm trying to be more comfortable in my skin, so I figured what better way than to blast it over the internet, right? And I make sure not to watch these videos later. Too critical. So I try not to feed into that beast. So guys, I don't know what else to cover. Jenny Jones, she was really nice. They had so much makeup on her, man. And I've hung out with drag queens. I was a goth in the 80s. So I've seen a lot of makeup, but whoa, they had so much pancake on her. I actually was a little scared the first time I met her because it looked very waxy, very plastic surgery, but it was just the stage makeup. But it did scare me. What do we got going on? Do I like comics? I actually love comics, but I'm not like a. I'm the kind of nerd that likes. I don't like obsess over too many of them. Let's see. I like really childish things like Emily the Strange and a lot of Tim Burton type characters and stuff. But let's see, comics. Spider-Man was always my favorite. Um, I don't know, Marvel versus DC. They say you can't like the Beatles and like Elvis, but I like them both. Same thing with Marvel and DC and Dark Knight and all of that. Um, yeah, I guess it has to do with like what's going on in my life, what seems exciting comic wise. I like some obscure ones that like just like the authors I like are kind of obscure. Sometimes they only write like one book. I don't know. I like anything out of the ordinary, basically. Somebody trying something new. Let's see. What is my process for writing? For writing music or writing uh, uh like I love writing. Let's see I don't know. It depends. Sometimes songs it's like I hear them in the air and I just have to like really zone in on what I'm playing and then the lyrics become clear and I feel like I'm kind of cheating and stealing it. But it's not there. Nobody else in the room hears it. I've actually thought people were pranking me. There's those songs like Off the Cuff with My Modern Valentine. When I wrote the lyrics for that, we wrote that whole song in under 4 minutes, which is why it's called Off the Cuff. But I have no idea what the song's about or anything. It's just what I heard in the air. And it became like the fan favorite. But then there's other stuff. I don't know, I kind of zone out and try to focus on what I'm feeling and I like kind of hum until the hum becomes words. And then I have 5 million pieces of paper with chicken scratch all over it. Yeah, and then different markers and stuff because then instead of rewriting everything, I'll put numbers by them, what order they go in, and then I'll cross them out and then I rearrange the sheet. They'd probably lock me in an insane asylum if they ever saw me writing a song. And yeah, I try to record them all like soon after that because as quickly as they come is as quickly as they go if I don't have intent to retain it. Yes, I draw. I actually, that was my original fallback plan when I was younger, was going to art school. I got scouted, and yeah, I was actually the youngest member of an art association in Texas. I remember being like 10 years old, 11 years old, and everybody else is in like their 40s and 50s and 60s. But I loved it. There was tons of workshops, like acrylic a lot when painting, pencil. I like to doodle, as I call them, sketches. I ended up teaching a class in ninth or 10th grade in Beaumont, Texas. The art teacher was pregnant and was having the baby when I transferred there, and the coach was teaching class, or attempting to. And I ended up being the one that gave the assignments, and I got a grade based on how well the class did. It was kind of weird. It's way better than him having us paint the football field, which is what we did the first week I was there. So anything to get that over. But yeah, I make jewelry. I'm your overachieving underachiever. Too many things I like to do. I think it's better if I can focus on one. I try to focus on the music part of it. Let's see, what else do we got over here? I don't know why this isn't showing up, like all the comments. Oh, okay, they're there. Do I have any drawings to show? Let's see. Oh, no, but I can sketch. Kind of funny. I like to do a lot of, I don't know, almost artistic nudes. I like the human form and the flow and perspective. I'm trying to think of where I have some paper. I'm the queen of diner napkin doodles. I often leave waiters and waitresses pictures or random poems. Hold on, I'll grab a piece of paper. This is the intermission music. Is it working? Okay. When in doubt, get the printer paper out. Draw. Okay. Pen or pencil. Let's see. Ooh, gum. Here's a pen. And here's a pencil. Imagine that. Alright. So, let's see. Miss anything? Still hanging out with me? Alright. Let's see. I have tons of really nice pencils, and I always go for the cheap that you buy for in a $1 package. So, okay, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can switch this camera around, if it lets me. Wow, that's not a flattering shot. Okay. I got like stuff hanging off the cord. Okay, sorry about that. What do you think? Anybody watching? This is me constantly. A friend of mine complains when I do noses because I prefer to just do that. And so a couple of them, I actually started drawing nostrils and stuff just for him. And so I got some colored pencils somewhere. I don't know what they are. Okay, so for some reason I just like expression. So just like with music, I'd rather feel the passion and feel something when I hear it and it not be perfect. Hi, Maya. So, yeah, so doodles. I do a lot of doodles. Yeah, almost everything I own, if there's a writable surface on it, there's a doodle somehow. It tends to be my go-to comfort, doodling, and music. Don't doodle, my headphones. These go everywhere with me. I've had so many different brands. I really like Skull Candy. Let's get Skull Candy to see me a new pair of these. Like they're falling apart. They're my favorite. They have the bass boost on it, but you don't even have to use it because they're so good. And I've gone through, probably no joke, 50 quarts. And I have some Beats headphones. I didn't like them, and the frame snapped like within a few months. And I have some Bose ones that are really nice, but the cable, I'm really hard on headphones. I get them hooked on everything. What in like 3 seconds would take me 3 days drawing wise? Just I'm not joking. My kids are all very, very talented. And my youngest, she's 11, and she used to get so discouraged because she would compare herself to me, and I would have to remind her that it's been decades and decades and decades of me just doodling, you know? And then, like, some of my drawings end up being, like, a black mess because I keep going over them, but that's how you learn what you like, you know? And I also, like, when I'm learning a new form, I'll mimic other things. You know, like other images or paintings, and through that, other things just start to make sense without you thinking about it. You know. So now I got this piece of paper in front of me. I gotta move that, or I'm gonna start doodling with y'all. What are we at here? I can't even see what the time is. Ooh, almost 20 minutes. Well, I don't know what else to answer. I shall sing you guys a song goodbye, I guess. Does that sound good? I think so. Let's have some coffee. You'll need to make some suggestions in the comments for those that watch it later. on content for these live videos, and like what a good time it. I don't know any of this stuff. I'm learning from you guys. So, handy dandy pocket where there should always be a pick. So, I'm the one who asked about like any advice for getting a band going and everything. Bring your guitar with you everywhere. Just bring it with you. Don't be afraid to talk about what you really want to talk about. You may annoy some people, but you're going to find the right people eventually. Like I said, be fearless. I found my Modern Valentine because the guys from that wasn't my Modern Valentine until after we all got together. But I found them off of Craigslist. You're welcome. Found them off of Craigslist, believe it or not. I was working a night shift at a facility, and all by myself, bored, just started looking at Craigslist. So even as scary as that might seem, random strangers, I was like, hey, got to start meeting people somehow. I was in an area I hadn't been in years. Wow. I can't believe I'm not in tune. Should have gotten that stuff taken care of. Ooh, wow. Forgot I put new strings on. Should always have good strings and new ones and try different types, but I hate changing my strings. I have good intentions to do so, but ooh, a songwriting session, that would be awesome. So it's pretty simple. You just pick a topic you like, or an emotion or a feeling or something. Just like in class when they give you an assignment. All right, let's get a song. Keeps giving me a blue arrow, telling me there's something more. There's always something more. All right. Give up forever to touch you. Know that you feel me somehow. Heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now. All I can taste is this moment. All I can breathe is your light. Sooner or later it's over. Don't wanna miss you tonight. Don't want the world to see me. Don't think they'd understand. To be broken, want you to know who I am. Can't fight the tears that ain't coming. Moment of truth in your life. Everything feels like the movies. We just don't know you're alive. Don't want the world to see me. Don't think they'd understand. Everything's meant to be broken. Want you to know who I am. Don't want the world to see me. Don't think they'd understand. Everything's meant to be broken. Want you to know who I am. Want you to know who I am. Want you to know who I am. Who I am. Funny, my friend's that way recording it.
Beautiful.
Hi. Thank you. Let's see. And it's gonna do a special. I've only played this out once, and I don't have any video of it that I've posted, I don't think. Green Day. How funny is that? So, Green Day played a lot around where I grew up, my teenage years. And they were there's a place called the Anaconda. This is my youth. This is like the time when I was on Jenny Jones. I've been going to this place for a few years. And it got to be where the staff would just let me in because they knew I was going to get in there. Oh, thank you, Smiling Jane. Anyways, the staff would start letting me in because they knew somehow I was going to get in there. I would spend all of my allowance on shows. I got to see the Ramones there. And this wonderful woman named she ran that place. She now runs a really awesome venue called the Ventura, Majestic Ventura Theater. Played with the Misfits there. So, anyhow, I saw so many rad bands there. And lately it seems like Green Day is popping up everywhere. I don't know why. I don't know if the phone's listening to me and it's just making suggestions or whatever. But it just keeps popping up. And I decided I would start covering a song. But they played, like, it seemed like every show they were opening for somebody. Like, just a few dollars. They were constantly playing. They played parties. It was in a place called Isla Vista. It's where a UCSB campus, the kids all live. It used to be a super, super huge party place. I guess it still is, just times change. It used to be overrun with punk rockers and skateboards. And Pal Peralta, the skate park was open at that time, and it was kind of a big thing, so a lot of people going to Goleta and stuff like that. Anyways, so all that rambling, which if I always ramble, all that rambling leads to I decided to cover a Green Day song because it reminded me of so many times, and just hanging out with them even after shows and stuff, and seeing them all up and down the coast. They were really hardworking. And then all of a sudden I didn't see them, and then all of a sudden they were on TV. So, advice, you said, for anybody wanting to look to start a band or that plays guitar and stuff, just keep trying. Just remember, anybody you listen to once felt exactly like that. I can guarantee it. They may never admit it, but they did. They once had a starting point before it started. They had to go for it. And I'm sure many other things go into it, but you never get anywhere unless you just go for it. You just gotta do it, no matter how scary it is. So, let's see if I can cover this song at all. Okay. Let me see if I remember the progression even I did. Nothing and everything, all I want. I'm one of those, melodramatic fools. What a great thing to happen live. Gosh. Okay, well, there was the Green Day attempt. How does one? Oh my goodness. Wait. See? This is why I need more planning. More planning. When I pick flies, this doesn't happen. Oh my goodness. It really did fly. Can you see my pants? Is that what you're facing? This is called underprepared and scatterbrained. Adventures of a Dingbat. Haha! Okay. Well, should we continue or not? I'm talking. Disaster. I think I was a full-grown adult before I understood what bull in a china cabinet meant, but people said it to me my entire life. So, alright. So, I won't finish the song, but enjoy and make what you guys can do my makeup, probably go to a show tonight, see some old friends. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Be well.